and Cece. I mean, come on, Dave Hollister. You know,
Yeah, it's crazy. Um, it's crazy because like some of these people, like Dave Hollister,
mhm.
text me the other day like, "Hey, I believe in you. Keep going." And I'm just like, I can't even tell anyone this. You know
Wow,
what I mean? Because it's like, what? But
wow.
I don't. I think there was a time that I had a big head, and it wasn't. It didn't have anything to do with music. I think I was just, arrogant and, not a nice person. And I
Mhm.
think I got that all out of my 20s. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
Because at this point, I'm just grateful for everything. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I don't think of anybody as less than or um I don't I just don't think like that. It's like, life is so short. It's better to be grateful for things versus, like being all mean and
Yeah.
stupid.
And can I tell you, can I tell you,
Enjoy
it
yourselves.
takes a lot of energy to be mean. Like that's tiring.
Man,
That
yeah.
is
And
draining.
I'd rather be kicking it, drinking, laughing.
Right.
It's just the type of person I am.
Mhm.
And I think people actually know that that's really how I am. That's how I am around kind of famous people, or I am just, whatever. If you see me at Menards or whatever, like, it's just how I am. And then the other thing is, what I do from day to day is I own property.
Mhm.
So see, nothing can humble you more when you get out of a limousine than when someone says, "Hey, my toilet is leaking."
Huh. I heard
Something.
that.
So see, that's that yin yang. That's that balance
Right.
that I have. It's kind of like, yeah, snap out of it, because when you come out, hey, you got to go to apartment 101 and fix that. So I
Right.
think having that balance is kind of, you know, other than making the decision that there's really no need to be pompous or big-headed, but having those two very different occupations,
Mhm.
I think that keeps me, it was so crazy because I got to open for R. Kelly,
Mhm.
and when I was in Menards in the paint section, like getting some paint for my mama.
What?
And I got the call like, "Hey, can you come and open for R. Kelly?" And I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? So, I mean, in my mind, I'm saying I sure can't come now because I look like, anybody's construction worker,
Right. Right.
So I think, I really think that's what it is,
Mhm.
you know? Yeah. And I appreciate both lanes that I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm grateful. So,
Absolutely.
that's a
So.
grateful person. It's so many people that want to do this,
Right.
and that have been trying to do it and have, and to say like my first time out on my own, first round Grammy ballot for, all these people, Rock Avery, Sunshine, David Hollister, all these
Mhm.
people like rocking with me. It's like, it's amazing.
It's
Carla
dope.
Brown, support the
Hey.
dope, rocking with
Hey.
me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's amazing. So I don't know any other way to be but thankful and grateful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what keeps the blessings coming, So I do hope you remain that way. I mean, I'm sure that you will, but for the people that are wondering when their day is coming, I think the more you express gratitude and the more you can be thankful for what you already do have, those things will start
Man.
coming to you a lot easier.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, we know who you've, opened for and sung background for, but who are you like a fan of? Who are you listening to? Like if you're riding down, in your car somewhere.
Man.
Well,
It's
speaking,
this dude named, it's his name Black. It's like Black, but it has a 3 in it or something. I
Oh, yeah.
love that dude's stuff.
I was gonna say I did see that somewhere before because someone else asked that same question, which is what caught my attention. But I don't think I've yet been able to hear his music, but I have heard good things.
Man, I love that dude's music. I love DJ, the Chicago Kid.
Mhm.
I love Childish Gambino.
Mhm.
I love Future. I love Drake.
Wow.
I love the Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
I love Corey Henry.
Mm-hmm.
I love D'Angelo still. I love D'Angelo. You know, he's still my favorite. I love Layla Hathaway. I love Stevie Wonder. I love Anita Baker. I love, you know, so many people that I listen to. There's this producer guy that's also an artist. He's a legend in his own right. His name is Tommy Sims. I'm still rocking with his album, and it came out in like '01. It's like perfection.
Wow.
I love Ed Sheeran. I love it's so many. You know, I can find that thing I'm listening for. It shows up in so many. It shows up in so many songs and so many genres. I just know it when I hear it. I'm like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned D'Angelo again, and I actually wanted to ask you earlier, have you ever had the opportunity to tell D'Angelo how that Brown Sugar album changed your path and your direction in music?
I haven't, and I have a connection with him because my producer, Isaiah Sharkey, plays for him.
Oh, what's up, Isaiah?
You know.
Right.
Yeah, I know he plays for him and all that, so, but I've never met him. I've never had the honor of meeting him. I've never had the opportunity to tell him that that album changed the trajectory of my life. You know, I was straight up corporate, and I was like, I think I'm going to sing on the side, you know, because it's such a familiar sound. Now, I do tell my dad's best friend, who D'Angelo sounds like Troy. I tell him all the time, like, wow, if it wasn't for you and Troy, I mean, you and D'Angelo, I probably wouldn't sing. So, yeah, but I hope to one day meet him and tell him how much he really influenced me. And I hope it's sometime soon, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you should make that happen. I think, especially now since you've had the chance to tell the story, it's been recorded, documented, people are listening to it. You need to make that happen. I'm rooting for you.
You feel me? Come on.
You need
Come
to
on,
tell
D.
him.
I'm a D too. I'm D. I'm Dante. You D'Angelo. Come on, D. We gotta stand. You know. So yeah.
Yeah. Tell Isaiah he needs to make that happen for you. You guys need to work together on that. That's dope. But So, what kind of advice
I'm sorry.
would
I don't
you?
think I answered. I don't think I answered your question. You said who have I sang for and who have I opened up for?
Oh, I said that we kind of touched on that, and I kind of wanted to know who you were listening to. But yes, I do want to hear that as well, because people, you know, in Chicago at least anyway, see you performing around Chicago, you know, at different venues, but they don't know necessarily your background as far as to the other people that you've worked with. You could talk about that. I don't know about it because I stalk people, but they might know.
Yeah, I've opened up for Selena Johnson. That's my homegirl. Just, you know, meeting her through these songs, through singing. I opened up for Life Jennings in Louisville. Selena Johnson also had me open for Layla in L.A. for Grammy Week. I opened for Case. I opened for New Edition. I've it's so much that has happened in this short amount of time, and it's just amazing to me. I'm probably forgetting. Of course, I just opened for R. Kelly at the Chicago Theater. That was amazing. That call from Menards was crazy in the pink aisle.
I'm just going to stand in the Menards and see what happens. See what kind of phone calls I get.
Stuff happens in Menards. So, and then in terms of people that I've sang behind, I sang behind Dave Hollister. I sang behind a lot of gospel artists. So Dorinda. Oh God, there's so many records that I'm on because of Donald, and then because people are reaching out to me. Just grateful. Kirk Franklin, pretty much, I would say probably the majority of the gospel artists, because when you do the shows and stuff, you end up singing behind them. We did the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame where they inducted Andre Crouch. So I sang behind Donnie McClurkin and Cece Winans and Marvin Winans. I did the Stellars last year where all of those sang behind all of those artists. And Donald has so much production that I end up singing on so many albums or doing the BMIs or the Celebration of Gospels. And so it's just amazing. You know, even this year we did the BMI Trailblazers Award, and you know, I got to sing behind Tank and Leandria Johnson. Just listen. It's amazing.
It is.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you tell someone who is currently working their primary I guess type of work they do is background vocals, and whether that's live or in the studio, but they feel like they don't ever get their moment to shine as a solo artist. What kind of advice would you give them, or what kind of encouragement would you give them to kind of use that as a, I guess, a stepping stone or a gateway, if you will, to like other opportunities?
I think that I would say don't go in it looking for other opportunities.
Okay.
I would say probably just go it, because I never even considered being a solo. I didn't even think I'd be a background, you know.
Right.
So I would say don't go into it looking for opportunities. Just go in trying to do your best job. I think that is pretty amazing, especially now, me having to approve contracts and people booking me. I now see that they're literally letting you in. The artists are literally letting you in to their world. You know what I mean? Because they're putting you in as a line item to go with them wherever they go. So I would tell someone who's doing background, you know, do your best job, because there's so many people that can sing. There's so many people that want to do this, that I would say just try to always do your best. Try to always be on time. Try not to be an opportunist. You know, not with, you know, how people can do, and, you know, the thirst is real. But just be, you know, present. Remember why you're there, you know. If you're there to sing for them, just do it and do your best job. And then go home. Keep your nose clean. Keep your name clean. Keep, you know, don't let it be a chore to deal with you because you know so much. You know, just listen. You know, listen. If this is how they want it, then do it how they want it. And I think that if it ever becomes a time, I even called Donald and Yolanda and said, hey, if I do a secular single, will that somehow diminish your gospel brand?
Yeah.
You know, or is that going to like mess, you know, is that going to mess you up, or is it going to mess me up? Because then I might not, you know, hey, these people been good to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I wanna, you know, clear it with them, and they're like, we'll be the first one to buy it. I'm like, okay.
Talk about a green light.
But it's because it wasn't a whole bunch of thirst. It was, hey, he gets in and he learns his stuff. He knows the stuff backwards and forward. It's not, you know, so I would say that for any other background singer, aspiring background singer, aspire to be a really good background singer. And then, you know, leave the solo aspirations for when it's your time for that. You know, if someone has hired you to do the job, primarily do the job very well first.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Message.
That's what I would say.
Cool.
Because, you know, anything that's going to happen, you really don't have to force it or force the issue.
That's true.
You know, it's just going to happen.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So talk to us about Classic, your new EP, because we are going to play a song from there in just a minute. But tell us how that came about, who you worked with on it, and
Classic Volume 1 is an audio portrait of my influences. It goes from Mighty Love with the Spinners into what's going on with Marvin Gaye, thinking about the things that are going on here in